Today I'm going to explore the topic of how high should your kettlebell swing be? How explosive should your kettlebell swing be? These are questions often asked and you'll get different answers, and a lot of times the most important questions aren't asked or the most important information is not provided to provide the correct answer. So let's dive into a few analogies. For example, jogging. When you jog, you start at zero, you're standing. Then you accelerate to get to, for example, 5 kilometers an hour, 3 miles an hour, and you stay at that speed consistently. And then you decelerate at the end of your jog. Then we get a sprint. A sprint is where you've got a short distance that you want to cover as fast as possible. So you keep accelerating. Okay, so let's say 10 meters or 15 meters, you go from 0 to 15 kilometers an hour, whatever it is, your max, and it just goes up like that. So that's the sprinting. Then you get a sprint and a jump. So you're sprinting as fast as you can and then you jump. You can compare that to a ballistic exercise. That's what ballistic means, basically. You're powering it, it enters its ballistic flight and it keeps going. So we can see the kettlebell with certain exercises as a ballistic exercise. Specifically the snatch and the clean. Now the swing also is called ballistic exercise, but personally I think it comes at the bottom of ballistic exercises and the others meet that requirement a lot better, but I'm not going to get into that. By the way, I've written a whole article about all of this. You should check the link below and where you can read everything word by word and a lot more information. Especially if this video is not clear yet, then check out the article as well, because I'll word it in different words and guarantee that you'll learn something. It takes a bit of time, but a whole new world might open up to you. That's my intention anyway, to get people to open up to different things and see things differently from what they've always been pushed or forced to believe when it comes to kettlebell training or the kettlebell swing. Okay, so I've just given you some analogies in regards to the kettlebell swing, and let's talk about how that relates to the kettlebell swing again. So the question was, how high should your kettlebell swing be? Should it be here, eye height, chest height? And if you only swing it to here, does that mean what you've been doing is futile? How powerful should your kettlebell swing be? Does every swing need to be as powerful as possible? If so, how long are you able to maintain that power? Are you able to maintain powerful reps for 60 times with a 32 kilo, for example? Or do you need to go and think about jogging? If you want to do 60 reps with a heavier weight, can you do that sprinting, or should you be looking at jogging? If you want to get better at sprinting, you do sprints and you set a short distance. You don't set a 10 kilometer sprint, because it's not a sprint anymore. So by now maybe I've already answered the question somewhat, because we have different types of goals. It's important to know the goal. Why are you swinging? Are you swinging for power? Are you swinging for strength? Are you swinging for muscular endurance? Are you swinging for cardiovascular endurance, etc.? Even flexibility comes into play. There are different variations of swinging. You've got your pendulum, you've got your American swing, you got your hip hinge swing, you got your hardstyle swing, you got a squat swing, and the list goes on. Guaranteed, each one provides a different benefit, and they're all good. It depends on your goals. What do you want to do? Do you always want to work for power? Power equals speed and strength, moving a heavy object as fast as possible. So, is that what you always want to do? Great. If that is your goal, fine. Do you want to work for cardiovascular endurance? Of course, when you're working for power, you're increasing your cardiovascular endurance, but there's still different things to train for if you really want to get more specific. So, you want to train longer for cardiovascular endurance and more at a steady pace as well. So, you can't maintain that with power moves. So, again, I've already answered part of the question. When it comes to how powerful should your swing be, it depends on your goal. So, if you want to train for power, then every move should be as powerful as possible. Every move as powerful as the first one. And you can only do that for X amount of reps. Then, if you're training for strength, grab a heavy weight, and it doesn't have to be explosive. As long as you're moving that kettlebell with the muscles intended and with good form, then I ask you, is it futile if that movement wasn't explosive or powerful? Does it then become futile what I'm doing? If I did 60 or 200 reps of 1/3 my body weight, but they weren't powerful moves, was it futile what I did? Ask yourself that. If you are in the mindset of every swing needs to be powerful and it needs to come to this height. Okay, so if it doesn't, if it comes to here and every swing was not with power behind it, but everything else was met, the muscles that we target, the gluteus maximus, the hamstrings, the adductor magnus, your back, your grip, etc., they're all targeted. The prime movers, they are coming into play with the movement, but you're just missing that goal of power. Is my work futile then? I can answer it for you. The answer is no. It's a different goal that we're working towards. So don't get caught up in this, every swing needs to be powerful. Don't get caught up in this, every swing needs to be to here. If I swing a 68 kilo kettlebell and I do the movement right, I involve the hip hinge and it's not an explosive movement, but I do 20 swings. Is my work futile? No, it's not. You're working on strength with that movement. You're challenging your body from a different angle, because you could say, why aren't you doing a deadlift? Okay, well, it's because that weight goes from back to front, whereas with a deadlift it goes from down to up, vertical. So that provides a different stimulus to your body. And you're working faster as well than you would with a deadlift, but it still isn't fast enough for it to be explosive. That does not make it an incorrect swing. So I want to get that through to everybody who always says, your swing should be powerful and you should be snapping your hips. That snapping of the hips, okay, that's something for hardstyle, and hardstyle is great. Snap your hips when you're doing hardstyle, but don't force that on other people. First, you need to ask, what is your goal? Is your goal here, or there, or there? And then based on that is what you provide feedback. Don't be biased and provide the feedback on what you just know or like. Open your mind to all the other things that are out there. This is what Caveman training is about, getting the best out of everything when it comes to kettlebell training. Combine it, hybrid, body weight, every style, CrossFit, you put it all together, take the best, and that's when you got Caveman training. That's what we've always been about. It's not just one thing, and it's not always black or white. It can be if you're in this box and this is what you like and that's where you want to be and that works for you, fine. Okay, so I think I've covered pretty much the answers of how high should your kettlebell swing be and how powerful should your kettlebell swing be. Guaranteed, if you check out this article, there's a lot more information that I've written down and some different things to make you think differently about the kettlebell swing and to understand what different goals you can work towards. And check out the article, seriously, you're going to enjoy it, and I'm open to debate any of this. If you feel like there's something incorrect, let's debate it. You can go on YouTube in the video below, or you can join us in one of the kettlebell groups. Just post the link and state why you think what I've said is incorrect. I'm happy to debate it as an adult. I learn by being questioned. I know there's a lot of this stuff going on around the world where nothing can be questioned. This is the way it is. But here at Caveman Training, we've always been, questions are good, and I should know what I'm talking about. I should be able to explain to you why I feel this way and why I believe this is the correct way. And if I can't, then I'm incorrect, basically. So ask questions, let's debate it, and that way I learn more too. I only learn by being questioned.